nieces, hello nephew, it's your Uncle Chad is here, and here we always do our unbiased technical analysis, but for today we're going to be doing from a macro level. If that sounds good to you guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell. That will mean a lot to me. But first, we're going to look at the flow sentiment that I get for about the option flow from Cheddar Flow. Okay, as always, filter for 500k premiums or above. This is SPY, and as you can see, pretty bullish to end the week. Okay, 64% in the calls, 36% into puts. All right, take that how you like. So moving on to the SPY, we're gonna get right into it. This is the weekly chart. As always, here's my bull flag. Here is my falling wedge in the pink line, and you can see this week S&P 500 broke down. Okay, breakdowns are bearish. However, here's where it get a little bit tricky. I have this trend line right here. I'm gonna make it a little thicker for you guys. All right, this orange trend line that connects September 2020 low to the October 2020 low, and it also connects to this week's, around this week's close. Actually, we did wash below it just a little bit. You can even call it an intraday false breakdown, you know, but as far as where it closed on the week, it closed right above it, so it officially held. Okay, so that is the trend line that I am tracking for this coming week. And for next week, the critical support level based on this trend line is 365. Okay, that 365 level must hold. If not, that will be considered a breakdown, and breakdowns are bearish. Okay, guys, so we got a breakdown of this bull flag. Just because it's a bull flag don't mean it can't break down, as you can see. And a breakdown of this falling wedge. Will we get a breakdown of this multi-year trend line? Okay, because if it does, we could get the next leg down. And I have my 50% retracement level around 349.23. We can give it a zone 349 to 350 because it's never 100%. Okay. So if we lose that level, this is for, since this is a weekly chart, this is from a swing trader's perspective. Keep in mind, okay? If we lose this critical level, this multi-year trend line, 365, that could put the 50% retracement level that I got from the March 2020 low all the way to the January 2022 high, okay? That's at 349.2. Usually in corrections, after a strong bull market like this, a crazy strong bull market, when we get the correction, we can find the bottom around the 50% retracement level or the 61.8 retracement level, which in this case is down to 318.32. Or we usually find a bottom in the middle of the range. Okay, guys, we haven't even touched the 50 or the 61.8 retracement level or even within that range just yet. We still got to deal, bears still got to deal with this multi-year trend line. If we can hold that 365 and then recapture, I have an area of confluence here based on the falling wedge and the bull flag, and we can recapture that. Right now, that critical level for next week will be 369. A recapture that level would put SPY back into these patterns. That will be a recapture. It will signal a false breakdown, also a bounce of this orange multi-year trend line. Okay, and that will set up a possible bear market rally. Okay, guys, so above 369, I would be bullish. Below 365, I would be bearish. Moving on to the VIX. This is a daily chart of the VIX. And as you can see, it did recapture that 32.3 level. That's a 23.6 retracement level back on June 16. But we lost it yesterday on the very next day. Okay, that's a false recapture or a false breakout. So as long as below 32.3, can't get bullish on the VIX. All right, it needs to recapture that. All right, that puts 29.7 to 27.5 back in play. All right, moving on to triple Q. Here's a weekly chart of triple Q. I got this yellow and blue trend line. It extends way back. The yellow line extends all the way back to 2016, while the blue trend line extends all the way back to March of 2009. Okay, if we zoom out a little bit, I know there's a lot going on, but if we zoom out a little bit, wouldn't it be nice if you're a bear? Wouldn't it be nice if it comes back and retests these trend lines? So based on the trend line, The critical support is at 204 for the yellow one. Critical support for the blue one would be 144. I bet a lot of bears would love to see a correction like that, or a bear market continuing down like to those levels. That would be great, right? But got to play it level to level, even on this weekly chart. And the big level that QQQ lost, I have it from the March 2020 low to November 2021 high, and the 50% retracement levels at 286.5. QQQ lost that level. All right, so this week I like to, if you're a bull, you want to see QQQ recapture that level. If it can, that will signal a false breakdown that recaptures a very critical level of the 50% retracement level. Okay, 286.5, I would be bullish. I'll be comfortable to swing calls at least for the next day, but you never know. And that would put 297-ish back in play, okay, above 286.5 macro level. However, as long as below 286.5, that's very bearish, okay? I do have a support here around 270. If that fails, this could put the 61.8 retracement level around 257.84 in play, okay? I may try to look for longs there. That would be a good level to long, okay? But if that level fails, that's very, very bearish. It could send QQQ even lower, possibly even down to the 78.6 retracement level at 216.93, or like I mentioned earlier, this yellow multi-year support line. Okay, so to be bullish, it needs to recapture 286.5 to put the false breakdown trade setup in play. Okay, 270 is the next critical support level, and if that's lost, very bearish. It could drop, sends QQQ down to the 61.8 retracement level around 257.8ish. Okay, Dow Jones, I also had, this is zoomed out, this is a weekly chart. This yellow line goes way back all the way to July of 2009. Had a few touches, as you can see. False breakdown here. Okay, so false breakdowns are very bullish. Okay, but we don't got no false breakdown with Dow Jones as of right now. As a matter of fact, based on this fib level from the March 2020 low to the December 2021 high, Dow Jones is at a very critical support level, similar to the SPY, which is the 38.2 retracement level at 296.2. Okay, we held this week, but if we lose it this week, we could send Dow Jones down to the next retracement level, 50% retracement level, and that's at 275. Okay, I'm not saying it's gonna go down there direct, but it'll definitely increase the odds of that level being hit if 297.2 is lost. So Dow Jones needs to recapture some critical resistance level. I do have a resistance level around 305.5 to 306 zone. That would be a start. If we can recapture that, could possibly move up higher. Let me see. There is a gap around 314.5ish with 324.7 above that. Okay, guys. So as long as 297.2 holds, 305.5, 306, excuse me, 306 is the first resistance. I'll definitely look for calls if that level can be recaptured. However, if 297.2 fails, very, very bearish. Okay, IWM, I have this yellow multi-year trend line extending way back to 2009 as well. Okay, and it's testing that level. Also, the 38.2 retracement level. I actually have my fib levels for this level extended way back all the way to 2009. I don't know why I did that. Let me bring it to the March 2020 crash. And if I focus on that level, you can see that IWM lost the 50% retracement level this past week, which is that 170. So IWM needs to recapture 170 for me to be bullish on it. And it's just a few dollars, a few cents off of this multi-year yellow trend line. Okay, so support for this yellow trend line next week is at 162.3. Very, very critical level. If that level was lost, it could trigger a drop all the way down to 152.6. Okay, guys, so watch for a bounce there, but I don't trust any bounces unless it can recapture or clear a resistance level. Okay, I have first resistance here at 166. But the critical one is 170. Okay, that's the critical one. If you clear that, I would be bullish. All right, Apple, this is my fib levels all the way down to March 2020 low to January 2022 high. And this week we lost Apple lost that 38.2 retracement level at 133.47. I can only get bullish on Apple if we can recapture that level. You guys know my style. Okay, false breakdowns, recaptures, I played those trade setups. And that means it needs to get above 133.47 for me to even look for calls. But as long as below, very bearish. I got the next support around 126. Below that is 122.34 with the 50% retracement level at 118.19. Okay, so now we lost that 38.2 retracement level. It's possible we go test the 50% retracement level. Maybe we can get a bottom at that level. Plus, around the week of February 22nd to March 29th, actually that's a whole month, okay, of 2021, this level has served as a very critical support level. We may test it again, who knows, but we gotta let the price action guide us. That means, if you're a bear, you do not want to see 133.47 get recaptured. Okay, here is Tesla. Tesla, for some reason, I also have the fib levels way back in 2019, so a few years back here, and you can see the 50% retracement level is at 635.4. All right, so for the week of May 16th, the week of May 23rd, and this past week, the 50% retracement level has served as a very strong support level, as you can see. All right, so if it can continue to serve as strong support and Tesla holds, what I need to see is Tesla clear a resistance level, starting with that 680 level. All right, I have a critical resistance there based on the weekly chart at the 680 level. Now that we get this bounce, 680 recaptured, that would put 699.7-ish or 701 in play. Okay, and we can clear those levels. We can go all the way back up to 767, around that range. Okay, however, if we lose that 50% retracement level, 635.4, all right, that's very bearish. At minimum, we need at least one close. If you're using the daily or the weekly chart, you need one close below this level to count it as, oh, this level's lost. All right, and then you can use the back test and go strategy. All right, which is in the link in the description below. All right, that where I explain my strategies and concept on how I trade. Okay, so guys, that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you guys found some value in this video. Really hope this video was helpful. I thank you guys so much. And Father's Day is coming up, guys. So if you watch my video to this point, do me a favor, comment in the comment section your best dad joke. All right, it would totally make my day. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.